guys, I am out at Codorus State Park in Hanover, Pennsylvania. This is just one of their little pull-offs that they have alongside of the road. It's on Route 216. Plenty of parking spots available here. Goes all the way up through, up above. We pass this little crest there. This is about the halfway point. I figured I just got this new OSMO Mobile 3 gimbal by DJI, so I just wanted to try it out. So I figured I'd come here. They have a little thing here on things you can do, schedule of events. That's September, so that's a little out of date, but different. Have you seen these turtles? That's the Halloween in the park in October, which is really cool. For RVing wise, the Halloween in the park, you can actually set up your campsite with all kind of Halloween decorations and all that stuff, and it gets pretty crazy decorations going on. And then it's open to the public. They come in and they can come in and trick or treat. And then they're down by down by the swimming pool that the park has is actually a spot. They have like wood carvers and all kind of stuff going on. They do hay rides and whatnot. So in October, definitely check it out. If you're looking to actually camp there, it's pretty much a year in advance. You gotta sign up to be one of those RVers that decorates and gets to hand out candy. We got a spot here for wanted wood turtles. We're trying to find some information on them if they're around here. But yeah, so I'm trying out this gimbal just to get the different configurations and options that I have available to use here, get it figured out. So but yeah, you can see this is just one of the branches of the lake. This lake is huge. This chute goes off, and then up around the bend here it goes a little bit farther, and then there's actually a cutout for fire management that in the winter time when we have snow, it's actually a killer sledding hill that everybody goes to. So you have spots for seating at this particular branch. They also rent out kayaks. They rent kayaks out to go around this part of the lake. We have a canoe. We don't bring it out here though, because you can very quickly get into the bigger section there of the water, and it's pretty big. We also have a small fishing boat that we barely get out anymore. It takes a while. I mean, you'll tie 15-20 minutes up just to get across the lake. So we tend to avoid using our canoe in this area, because it does get a little windy and it can push you off out into the center there pretty quick. They have a really cool fire pit here. They'll do events and stuff throughout the year. They do have a bathroom to pull off on. That's one thing about Codorus. They have nice restrooms, and even in the camping area, we've camped in the state park many times. See, they got them closed for the season, but it's really cool. They spent time doing the brick or the stone walls. But in the campsites, they have these set up throughout the campsite. So you have men and women's. They have showers in them. This particular one don't have a shower because it's just a pull off. But usually around the back side, on the other ones, they'll have a wash station, and so you can wash your dishes if you don't want to use your campsite. Codorus State Park is electric at the hookup, has electric at most of the hookups, and then they have they have water spigots throughout the campsites, and if you go into their maps, you can usually see it. They'll have it, so you're going to use your freshwater tanks if you're going to camp at the state park. And then there's a second fire pit. But yeah, if you decide you want to stay, you use your freshwater tanks, and always bring yourself a fill tank that you can go fill up, and then you just funnel it or pump it into your freshwater tanks if you want to use your water in your rig. But I can go up this hill here, just trying this gimbal out in different terrain and seeing how much it'll handle. Big thing for me is on a video, and you can notice in my prior videos that I'm a bit shaky. My hands are shaking because I destroyed my nerves when I was drinking alcohol. As I'm sober 2 years and 4 months now, and my nerves and my hands I've gotten the shakes from that. So getting a gimbal, shout out to Pneumatic Hippie. Getting this gimbal has helped me out tremendously. I just noticed that I got it Monday. Sunday. Came in through Amazon. I found it on Amazon, and I actually looked at DJI's website, and they sell them on Amazon. And for me, it worked out cheaper in shipping to use Amazon. I'm an Amazon Prime member, so I used Amazon. I got it for, after taxes, it's an OSMO Mobile 3. After taxes, it was $113, shipped to my house. I ordered it on Friday night. I got it Sunday midday, so it works out pretty well. So yeah, you can see there's plenty of parking spaces available. And yeah, it's really nice. This is throughout all the pull-offs. They have it really nicely set up with the stonework. Pretty much all the restrooms have that stonework to them with wood roofs to them. And then they always have, at the pull-offs, they always have the regulations like Pennsylvania state parks do. Both sides, whole list of regulations. There is certain parts of this park that are, the Game Commission does allow to hunt on. And there are deer here. In fact, when I was getting ready to pull in, 3 deer ran across the road. But so to give you an idea, right across, I'll go down here and I'll show you. The park has a really cool public pool. That if you are a PA resident, you do get a discounted rate to swim. I want to say it's $4 per person. Last year it was $4 per person. PA resident. I can't remember what it is for non-PA residents, but you can always check it out on their website. It's Codorus State Park. They have things to do, and they have all kind of stuff. So just to update you, I'm walking fairly fast. I'm taking I got about a 3-4 foot stride, and I'm doing that pretty quickly. I'll go over here to this one shoot off. Okay, so I'm gonna try to zoom in without slipping on my bum. You can't quite see it because the sun's the wrong spot. Zoom in here, hopefully. Okay, yeah, you can't quite see right there. So right there is the swimming pool. And then they have a really cool little amphitheater type of setup there too. But the swimming pool is zoomed in on. There we go. You can see to the left there's blue little area. That is the water park. They have it's a swimming pool, and then they have two really cool curling water slides, and then they also have a what is it called, like a water pad for the younger children, where there's really no water. It has a bunch of sprinkling splash pad type of setup to it for the young ones. And then the pool itself actually it's one of those where it goes from 0 down to 6 foot, I think it is. So even for handicap accessibility, you can actually you can go right into it if you have one of those water chairs, or even just have a difficulty walking. It's one of those pools where it just literally starts out in no water and just ramps down through over the distance. We go there a couple times a year, which is really cool. So zoom back out here once. So yeah, so this Osmo is going pretty well so far. Even taking steps, like just took a step down off of the curb, and these curbs are pretty high here, and yeah, so I don't really even you don't even feel that absorption in the camera. I have the mobile. Alright, so this is the Osmo Mobile 3. I got that one because I do use my cell phone to record at this point. I wanted to go with that Osmo Pocket, but that was like $350 some that I really didn't have to work with. So that'll be in the future, just because it's so portable, and you don't have to use your cell phone. You don't have to tie up your memory and your cell phone either. But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to run to give you an idea of where that run, what that comes out to, stability wise. 2, 3. So you get 1, 2. All right, so here we go. We're running. I'm actually running right now. There we go. Interesting. We'll do it again. So that's more of a jog. I'm not a runner. Definitely not a runner. But you can see this is going to work out really well for us. It's awesome. Awesome. So I'll have the link down below to an Amazon link for it goes through our Amazon associate account that will give us credit for if you do purchase off of our link. It'll help give us credit so we can better our equipment for recording and whatnot, and give you a more enjoyable experience when watching our videos. There I'm using the pan technique that they have on it. You can go 120 degrees left and right, and then you can also go up and down too. You can pan up and down, so it gives you really cool options on here. And then if I hit this button, I can't remember which button it was, but anyway, there's a button where I can switch selfie modes as well. I'm not set up to Bluetooth. Hold on 1 second. There we go. That's why it's not working. Okay, now we're connected. Alright, so that was in the standard mode running. They also have an active mode, or sport mode, which really helps out in your running and panning real quick too. You can see my pan, how fast I can pan, and it doesn't mess around. doesn't mess around too much with jumpiness, trying to focus in on one particular thing. So that gives it pretty cool. And then with the trigger button, somewhere along the way, I'll figure it out. There is I can zero in, 2, 3. Somehow I can actually, there's portrait, you can switch to portrait, you can switch back. There is a way too to go to your selfie mode. And I can also zoom in. Like right now I have, actually, let's do this. I'm going to catch this this bench, and as I move, it is staying on it. I'm just sort of I'm holding my hand still, and it's actually panning to it as I move back and forth, so you can focus in on one particular person, things like that. But yeah, there is where you can switch from the front view to the selfie, which I haven't figured that out yet. 1, 2, 3. It's supposed to be 3 trigger, I think, but anyway, I'll figure out more of that as we go along here. All right, I'm at another little pull off on the other side of the road. There's a bridge that runs down through here where the lake runs through. So I'm going to show you one more feature here that they have. This used to be an old boat launch area. Now they don't launch off of this area. There's some parking, so you get a lot of good fishing going on in this area. A lot of perch and muskie and what else in here? Tons of bluegills and stuff like that. But what this has a panoramic shot view. I'm going to go ahead and give you a shot. So you see, I have to pan through this whole area just to get this whole shot in. So what I'm going to do is show you how I can take a 3x3. So it does a total of 9 pictures to give you this whole view. Yeah, so as you can tell, it turns out a really nice view of it. Of this here, and you'll see there is a little bit of a bend in this. I'm on a hill. I'm on the bank here, which shows up in that particular picture I took, but it's not in a warp like some of the other panoramic shots will warp your photo. That's an actual true shot of that hill. But yeah, this is a really nice place to stop if you're in the Pennsylvania area, the Codorus State Park. You can see, I'll go down to the water here. The water is always pretty clear in the shallow areas. You can see through it. Once you get out to the deeper areas where it drops out to about 2-3 feet, that's where it starts to dish off of it. But you can see it's really clear. This is actually a man-made lake. Out in the one section, which is over, it's actually down that way more. When they flooded this area out, there were a bunch of houses, and there is still some buildings underneath there if you go scuba diving down through. But there's a paper mill in Spring Grove. It used to be PH Gladfelders, now it's Pixel something. They were bought out. Yeah, this is actually off of their. They use this as their water supply to do what they need. So down, way down there, and you pass. I mean, from here, if we jumped in a boat, in my boat, it's a 10-horse, little 16-foot fishing boat. It'd take a good 20 minutes to get down to it, but there's a dam where they built to create this lake.
They also have a park office and visitor center, which I will have to review at another time because of how nice it is.
Hey guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and then once you do that, turn on the bell so that you get notifications on when we post more videos.